Welcome to a really lovely series of episodes where I get to interview incredible advisors, part of the Engel Völkers Sonoma County ecosystem. My name is Bianca Broos. I'm a licensed partner and a shop manager at Engel Völkers. And today I get to chat with Lindsey and Ryan. Why don't you introduce yourselves first?
Hello, I am Lindsey Ehrlicher Styles with the Ehrlicher Styles Group at Engel and Völkers. It's a mouthful to say.
Yes.
Whew.
Yes.
It is. Hello,
Hi,
I'm Ryan Styles, private office advisor within Engel Völkers, and this is now going on our 8th year, so something really pretty cool. Something I first showed Lindsey in Interlaken, Switzerland.
And that is 8 years with Engel Völkers. We are
That's
much
right.
more experience beyond that
Yes,
in real estate.
So let's do a little bit of a look back.
Ooh,
if
I like
you
that.
will. Sometimes it's really cool to see where we've come from. You guys have been in business.
Together for 13 years?
2012.
Yeah, 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
2012.
ask a question. Were you first in love, then in business? Or first in business, then in love?
Oh, I thought you were going to say, did you like each other? And that's why I was like, no, we did not like each other when we first met in the industry.
Which we met on a transaction.
on a
I was a listing
transaction.
agent, and she brought the buyer.
Okay.
It didn't
Yes.
go as planned for both our clients and for us.
Shout out to my mentor, Timothy Brown.
Okay.
He's amazing.
Good.
He got me through that time. So I was saying no, because no, we did not like each other initially. But it was first love and then
She
business.
secretly did.
Okay. So there was something there.
There was something there.
Even though the deal didn't go through.
No, it did.
It did not go well.
It did not go
Correct.
well.
Yes. Did not go well.
And so this is a metaphor for real estate. Sometimes things don't go
Shocking,
well.
right?
Yeah. Yes. So you've been in business together for 13 years.
13.
And in real estate combined years of how many?
41.
41. I'm at 26.
41 years.
And I will be
Licensed.
at 16. Yes.
Incredible.
I know.
Okay.
It's
All right.
wild.
So you've been around. You've
Been
seen.
around for a minute.
And you've been in sort of
Ryan
account.
especially.
And then also
Yeah.
before being licensed too, here working with my father, who we are both second generation realtors, and also in LA before I was officially licensed, managing an apartment complex, putting myself through college. So I've been around the real estate industry for a long time, but officially licensed since 2000.
That's amazing. I like
fun.
hearing the stories behind the people that are then ending up in real estate, because this is a really tough business. It really
Yes, indeed.
brings you to your knees, I think, in a way. It creates, it either breaks you or makes you more gritty. And
100%.
All at the same time,
yes.
too.
And in working with you guys for the last 7, I think almost 8 years, I've gotten to see you be so consistently committed to who you are as a brand and as people and as a family. And this has been really an interesting thing to just witness. And so I want you to talk a little bit about that. Like, what has that been like for you guys in the last 7-8 years, being part of Engel and Völkers in Sonoma County, but building this brand, the Ehrlicher Styles Group, within this platform?
We don't quit. We are not quitters, just in general, not in real estate, but just in life. If we say we're doing it, and we're not just going to do it, we're going to do it exceptionally well, even if it kills us.
If it takes all you've got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack and all that right
there's
now,
a
so.
lot to unpack, and it is a detriment. It's a beautiful thing as well. If you can use it just right, it can really work for you, and it can break you a bit. So you have to be really good about when to say no, when to know your limit, self-care, all that good stuff. We're just overly committed humans.
We don't quit.
Well, it's
We don't quit.
And it's something that's also both ingrained in us being second generation again, but
Yes.
also in the business. And there are some agents out there and advisors who have certain hours and they limit that time or they limit the communication after a certain point. But also we've found to serve in the highest degree possible too. We are available. And it does convert that, like we just going off what Lindsey's saying about really tending to yourself. We often don't, because we spend so much time, whether it's evenings or weekends or nights, etc., with our clients and helping them see through their goals and such. It's definitely almost, I don't want to say 24/7 because that's impossible and that wouldn't exist. It's just definitely an all-encompassing lifestyle.
Yeah. We talk about this often, and it's something that I talk to all of our advisors about, but really everyone that I get to interact with, I look for the expression of that person, right? Because I think we talk about brand, for example, and we're part of a global brand. And when you're part of a global brand, it's really difficult to find a through line. So for Engel and Völkers, that's a certain aesthetic, that's a certain value proposition that we bring forth globally, right? But then in the narrower you become, and we're part of a big organization called Gestalt Group, and then here in Sonoma County, when we're like narrowing it down, we really look at, are you an expression of your brand, your work, an expression of who you are? And I think you guys exemplify that. You work with such a care, and you use the word service, right? Like really serving the client.
Absolutely.
Paying attention to who they are and what they need and those unique circumstances. So if somebody was to follow your guys' story, and just even in the recent years, real estate has gone through a big shift and transition, and the consumer is experiencing that, but you guys are on this other side of it. So tell us about that. What is it like to be navigating through this market over the last few years, COVID, pre-COVID, and then the last 3-4 years?
Feels like a few lifetimes in that time frame, for sure.
Yeah.
It is something that just morphs. Each and every day is a different day, and you have to treat it like that. It's not the same as it was last week, last month, 2020, 2019. The whole, we're waiting for the market, we're waiting for the change and the shift.
Right.
No, you got to be a part of that, because that's what it is. You don't wait, you are it. Every day you are it. So every day or night, depending on when we're putting our heads together, we're coming up with how are we going to navigate tomorrow and next week and next month. So our conversations with our clients are just that. Let's talk about what you want now.
Got it.
Then we can talk about maybe what in the future. And we just have to slowly unpack it. Because if you take it all as a whole, it's people are like, forget it. I'm not selling. I'm not buying. I'm keeping my homes. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
It's a lot to unpack because the world feels like it's on fire every day. So we are therapists. Don't know if you guys know this. We're not qualified in any way, but we are therapists. And that is a lot of what we do. Tell me how you're feeling. Tell me why you're scared. Tell me why you're nervous. Let's walk through it. Let's talk about it. Let's figure it out. Let's bring other professionals. We are advisors, so let's bring others into the conversation.
When we first started talking to each other, and then as the opportunity came up to become business partners, right? This was a conversation we had, aside from all that it would take from all of us. One of the things that we talked about is, how are we different as an organization, and what differentiates us in Sonoma County? Again, part of a global brand. And I think it is that reminding ourselves and the advisors we work with, but our clients, that we are advisors, which means that you are bringing all of your expertise to the table and to the situation, but recognizing that each client is different. Each home is different. Each circumstance is different. And so your cut and paste advisory doesn't work.
No.
And I do think that makes us so different as an ecosystem within Sonoma County and at Engel and Völkers specifically. And you guys exemplify that so well. Have you seen there be a difference in other organizations? Not necessarily trying to compare and contrast, but just pointing out the fact that it is different. We are calling ourselves advisors. So how has that leveled you guys up or allowed you to create a business that is different than anywhere else you were before?
That's easy. It just fits within who we are and who we've wanted to be. And I think just the image and the brand of Engel and Völkers that really attracted us because of just how beautiful it is. I mean, they really take such care into the integrity of not only just their shops in Europe or elsewhere, but everywhere in the United States and the world. So it's a cohesive fabric within the group. And I think that we try to elevate that and really see that. And it really blends well with who we are. And I think it hit home with us. And the company we came from was also very amazing. And there's such great companies out there. Each one is individually it fits who that agent is. I think when you find your company, you find it. And this is just one that we have found to really resonate well with our clientele, with what we produce for our clients, and showcase how we're going to best present their homes. So I think overall, it's just a win-win.
Yeah, no, that's well said. Yeah.
Mediocrity terrifies me. It's every day I got to be better and different and more, which isn't always a good thing. But it's the mediocrity that is a little scratchy and itchy for me. And at Engel and Völkers, never will I wake up any day ever and feel like, oh, this company has gotten a little mediocre. I don't know what's going on. Every day, it's the opposite. It gives you everything you could ever hope for. You can use those tools to no end, or you can use the basic and still level yourself up so much. Because it has so many branches.
So
you want
many.
to keep it basic, that's great. If you want to go $50 million, go wild, they've got you. It's everything.
If you want to sell yachts, I am also a yacht broker with Engel Völkers. So
it just doesn't end.
it's amazing. So,
Yes.
Yacht broker, we have aviation, we have castles, we have hotel. It just is another level.
Yeah.
And there's no going down or backwards.
I think what you're describing is also consistency in service. And I think a lot of times in business, we talk about trust and earning our customers and clients' trust. And there's so much to be said. Books have been written, workshops have been done, thought leadership pieces have been spoken into existence on this. But it really boils down to consistency and reliability. Can you reliably and consistently deliver on the promise that you make? And the thing about brand and about the Engel and Völkers brand is that, by way of showing up consistently, there is an implied promise. And so our clients expect to, and this was eye-opening to me in working in the shops, they absolutely expect a level of hospitality. Like that's the service they're looking for.
We sell them
yes,
on that idea.
Yes.
Because that's what we have been taught also.
Absolutely.
And you would not know as a consumer to expect that from a brand or from your realtor. The term hospitality would come in when you go to a restaurant or stay at a hotel. But it's really the experience that is being created and how you're being hosted through what is always a very personal transaction. And even if it isn't, there still are markers to be within a transaction that need to be met reliably, consistently. And so that's what builds the trust. And again, I think you guys do that so well.
And that is why Engel and Völkers curated their shops to be a shop. We're not an office. We don't ever use that term unless we slip, but we are a shop. They want it to be hospitality. They want you to come in and get an espresso, sparkling water, our little red Hershey Kisses, whatever it is we have out there, and sit and hang out and talk.
Yeah. Yes. I like
it's
that.
all about that, about come in and buy a house or sell a house. That is not what we are doing.
It reminds me a little bit of a collab workspace.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Where
Very
those
bougie.
very like a place where you can come in, you can have an espresso, you have a conversation. We've had meetings set up with advisors and their lender partner or a financial advisor or even an attorney coming in and just collaborating with each other or problem solving and masterminding a situation for a client. So I do see that as well. Yeah. It's a really interesting thing when you mentioned shop. You think of boutique, and I think of a
You're
workspace.
going shopping.
Yeah, I have I think of like what's this word? An atelier, like a place where you go and you
Try on
create
and
things.
right.
And so to me, the shops are come in, sit down, let's talk it through. Let's talk about your strategy. Let's talk about what you need for this client. It's like a workspace.
And the beautiful thing is it's both of those.
Yes.
It is come in and try it on. Come in and look through our book of beautiful castles or yachts or aviation, or come in and collaborate.
Yes.
And hang out and let's drink our espresso and talk.
See, I'm driven like you. And so I want to look through the book for like 4 minutes.
Yes.
And then I want to be like, okay, what are we doing?
Yeah, all of that.
How are we
All
getting
of
this
that.
done?
Yes, we are not an office.
Yes. No, it's a really different sort of setting. Okay. So another thing I wanted to talk about is in the years that we've worked together, you have done something that I think in business is really challenging to do. And that is maintain direction, steady. You're a couple in real estate. Real estate is a really volatile space to earn an income in. You have a family. I can imagine those stresses and those competing things tugging at you. So you maintained a steady direction, and you were able to build channels that allowed you to up the ante, serve a different kind of seller, a different kind of buyer, and do both at the same time. Private office, becoming a licensed partner, continuing to grow in a certain direction, and then also leveling up there. That's a lot. And that's really challenging to do in business, whatever business you run. So tell me a little bit about what that took for you.
Teamwork.
Yes.
Really just understanding too. And this has been over the course of many years since we first started with previous coaches and trying to understand what our roles are and how best can we not only just divide and conquer, but really do it well and tackle each responsibility to the best of what we can do and focus on certain areas, again, that we shine on. I think it's a matter of teamwork, collaboration with you, and especially with everyone behind the scenes at Engel and Völkers, our shop managers and those who help us also succeed, along with our transaction coordinator. So could we do this on our own? No, it'd be very difficult. And you have the team, and there's so many components to it that go into making you successful. Like the first thing, every time a quarterback wins, he says, thank the team. And that's true, because the quarterback may be amazing, but without the wide receiver catching the ball, et cetera, and everyone doing their job, it's not going to happen. So that's just what we are trying to also keep together, and we seek it to grow here in the next upcoming years. So we not only want to grow our team, but also grow the shops and help other advisors grow more so. I want to see them grow and succeed, because now this is at the point to where I'm not going to say we're aging out by any stretch, because now we're hitting our stride, but I want to see other people succeed.
Yeah, you want to give back.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Help and grow.
That's hence why we've done this, and looking and seeking who could take over as a leader of our shops here in Sonoma County with Engel and Völkers. When we were going through that, we just looked at ourselves and we said, there are other people, of course, but I think who has the biggest heart, the most drive, and maybe could be most effective right now in the time and take this on, not only with a passion and love and sincerity, but a desire to help others. So I think we're hitting everything. And again, it just took a whole team approach to us succeeding and continuing to succeed.
We want to see everyone win.
Yeah.
Through and through. On
Absolutely.
the other side, our realtors, everyone. We want to see them win.
For sure.
I was chatting with a real estate agent at another company who was asking, he's new, and he said, I just can't fold real estate and my personal life together. I feel like I can't, I'm not able to do both right now. And so I'm lacking in real estate. And he also works full time. He's balancing all of that. And I said, humbly and truthfully, in my opinion, it'll never work for you, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If you can't blend them all together, he doesn't have children, but if you have children, if you have pets, if you have family living with you, if you can't blend it all as one world-ish, how can you do what you just described?
Yeah.
You've witnessed us do. You can't, because you can't keep it all separate. You have to fold it all and pivot every day with it as you.
Yeah.
The pivoting is never ending.
Constant.
It's a big word, that pivoting word.
And that's a 2020 word that I'm sure none of us want to hear.
Yeah.
Pivot and strategize. But now that we're
Continue
calmed
to
down,
pivot. Continue to pivot.
that really is true.
It's really interesting to me how you answered this question, because you could have gone every direction with it, right? And so I do want to fill in a couple of things, or maybe observations. And I think this is true for the audience that's listening. I'm imagining if you are a teacher or you own a plumbing business or are thinking about being in real estate, right? So what does that all mean? And so I think what I've witnessed you guys do, and what I witnessed successful business owners do, is they think outside the box, and it gets uncomfortable, because we are creatures of habit. And you mentioned mediocrity, an itchy, scratchy thing, terrifying.
Yeah.
I think often we seek that, or we get in mediocrity because it is a status quo and it's predictable.
Easy.
It makes it gives you what you need to know from your, and pushing outside of those boundaries is risky, and it takes a lot of courage. And so you have to maintain a certain level of stability by going after your in real estate and in business. We talk about your book of business and nurturing your clients and nurturing your audience, and then also think outside the box. And with EV, we do that with partnering with other EV advisors in other ecosystems, or doing podcasts, or however else we can serve or support each other. but it takes a yes and approach.
Absolutely.
So yes to the vision and let's be courageous, try something different.
And Engel and Völkers is what you just said. It is out of the box,
Very
especially here when we
much.
first came here and trying to introduce what the umlaut above the O means, and just trying to get not only ourselves but Americans to understand it. And I think just even that from the very beginning, we are not fighting an uphill battle, but we are constantly the outside box here, and people are constantly trying to figure it out. So I think we constantly are that, and it just makes it fun.
Yeah.
It's like Apple, the company Apple. You don't really know what it is. If you don't know it, you're thinking, what in the world is Apple? It's sleek, it's simple, it's sexy, it's not mediocre. Maybe it's really fancy, but maybe it's simple fancy. You just are not sure what Apple might be. Engel and Völkers, same.
Gives you that same.
It tracks, same feeling of, ooh, this is fun and special and fancy.
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
What do they do? What do they sell?
And so, as somebody who does know them loud, and I still say Engel and Völkers, like all Americans,
Like an American.
Yes, because I'm trying to fit in. But it's Engel and Völkers, and in Germany, in European countries, what actually Engel and Völkers is very, I'm going to slip into my accent, is very accessible. And so with Apple, very interesting, because it is meant to be, yes, we have a standard of luxury, and that to us means excellence, expertise, but we will serve you and meet you where you're at. So it's not pretentious.
It's inclusive luxury, which is really odd. Very true.
Yeah.
Engel and Völkers.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about Sonoma County, because I've shared this with you. I've raised 2 girls, and when I considered Engel and Völkers even as an option for me, I was thinking, I really want to lead by example, because there's this idea in Sonoma County that it's not affordable, that it's people they come here to visit, not to live. And so with my 2 girls, I wanted them to see my commitment to our community, because again, I believe that your work is an expression of who you are, and when you work, you serve with servant leadership kind of way. So that's the whole thing. So you are raising a family. We all live in Sonoma County. We do business. Most of our business happens in Sonoma County, even though you're global advisors. And I know you have transactions all over the place, but you're mostly here, Sonoma County. Why Sonoma County? What makes it special to you?
For me, it's accessibility. It's got everything we need all in the county. And then if we want to hop just right outside of it, Marin, Napa, San Francisco, it's just right there. Sonoma County has that community. It's got the ocean. It's got the river, the redwood forest. It's got food, wine, coffee. I love coffee. It just has everything we could want in a community. If you want it, it's probably here.
Yeah, it's a really diverse community.
It's very diverse.
Yeah,
yes.
And I'm not trying to talk poorly about other places, but other places are known for wine. Let's pretend that I know who we're talking about, right? A shout out to our Napa friends.
Oh, always.
The auto parts store.
So that's wine, right? Then it's Napa County. That's where you go there, and it's exquisite. I love going to Napa. It's a really fun experience. But in Sonoma, it's everything you described. You have people who could love living on the coast, are so remote, and what is that even, that life? And then you have Healdsburg, you have beautiful Petaluma, you have Sonoma. Often people think Sonoma is Sonoma County. It's
oh my gosh,
county.
Yeah.
We encounter that, and living here really does offer like a put of experiences.
Pick your poison, but a good
A lot
poison.
of magic.
A lot of pick your magic.
Well, and that's really true. You do have the wine, of course, and you have all the different variants from the spirits to cannabis, but you also have so much of the other businesses, from dairy, other ag, meat. So there's so much here. And then, of course, it's being born and raised here. It's awesome. This is my backyard. And I think what makes it special is growing up here, too, and having different friends from each different city to know and watch all of these cities in Sonoma County grow up, from Healdsburg to downtown, which is crazy. And so I just think that makes it amazing. But we do, like you said, we have so much of outside of what goes in the body, from redwood forest to the ocean to majestic hills and the
spas,
the sunsets up here. So there are so many different areas within Sonoma County that really, from spas, there's plethora that you could choose and really enjoy, from spa getaways, and there's just a down-home feeling to it. And Napa does, of course, have that worldwide connotation. I think Sonoma County is really quickly gaining fast notoriety with that and catching on. And people are realizing, too, that, oh, wow, we do have the ocean. There are other things within, just besides wine and good food, which we have almost equally to.
It really also, as somebody who I'm not good at being casual a lot of times, but I like that Sonoma is a place where really everyone is welcome and you can fit in and you can make your own way. And that has always been really appealing to me, from the way that it feels living here. And I've lived here for almost 20 years.
Every different lifestyle.
Yeah. And then just on a fun note, I can't imagine what this must be like for you, having been born and raised here. My girls virtually grew up here. Katie was 1 year old when we moved here. And so when I get to be Katie's and Julie's mom, and they are known, and because they've had their own life here, and so they know everyone. I know the adult, but they know.
That's so fun.
It is so cool to be seen with them. Like it just puts just almost a little knot in my throat of like how special it is to call this place home, and how lovely it is to be able to have given that to them. It's just really special to me.
I love you saying that, because we love when we go out and our kids are recognized, like, oh, hey, Mason, hey, Lucille. And we're like, dude, that kid that just walked right by you?
Yes.
That's fun.
Just so fun that we're building that life for them.
Through the school, through the sports,
our volunteer,
groups,
just
volunteer.
all of it.
Yes.
It just, again, the meshing, the community and the overlapping of it all is what you have to live and breathe.
All the parades through all the different towns.
My
They have
gosh,
their own.
so much.
The parades, all of it.
Yeah. So speaking of all of everything to do in Sonoma County, I don't know how anyone gets any kind of work done here. There's so much to do. You guys are launching a new website.
We are.
Okay, tell me everything about that, because the thing is that if I'm a listener, I'm driving in my car, what does a realtor need a website for? So what makes your website so special?
It's an experience. Just like social media is an experience, online shopping is an experience, our website is an experience, and we are really proud of giving an extraordinary experience to our clients, our vendors, our friends, our family. Even if you're just curious, we want to give your curiosity a great experience.
That's a really great way of putting it. It's a place to go to have an experience. So it's about you, your team, your clients, but you're also really talking about the community. So what is that about?
Go ahead.
Oh, no, just one more reason. Again, most brokerages give you a website, and there are websites out there that are really easy to obtain. But when you try to put a little bit of time into them, I think it shows. And for us, again, that's just one more element, and you never know who you're going to meet or when your next client or who's going to be referred to you. And I think one of the best sites to go to besides social media is a website to see a little bit more about you and just your general flair. So I think adding everything in that too about what the towns offer, I think, again, just gives a little bit more information, and there's so much out there for anyone to go and seek online. But I think through our website, again, it just shows that we are a little bit more connected. Perhaps we might be able to offer a little bit more of a different perspective in their search or in their sale.
Yeah. I enjoy that you are intentional about having an inclusive. It's sometimes a tricky word, right? But paying attention to our ecosystem in Sonoma County and continuing to say Sonoma County, so that the person who's considering either spending a day or a weekend, a week, or a life here would know that there are different expressions of you and what it is you want to experience living in Sonoma County. And it sounds like that's what you're creating.
Yes.
You're creating an experience.
Yes, that's exactly what we are creating. When our clients, whether you're a client or not, but when our clients buy or sell a house with us, it doesn't end there. Inevitably, they need recommendation for a house cleaner, a junk hauler, but then they might need daycare, nannies, hair, massage, favorite grocery stores. So we have a whole experience that we want to curate for our people. They're our people, and give that to them so they can go out and explore and have then their own recommendations to hand down to people.
Yeah. And I think it really does point back to just the community, the collaboration, and how we exist and coexist. And this is not an Engel and Völkers term, but I use it a lot with you guys and with our advisors, that ecosystem. I think about what you put into, what do you put into a family? What do you put into a business? What do you put into a transaction? What do you put into a shop? You create an ecosystem, and we're a community that has a lot to offer. And if anytime you have a lot to offer, I really think of personalities. We have the holiday season coming up as we're taping this. I'm thinking about that eccentric aunt that comes to dinner. There's so much there to know. Or I think of my daughter, Julie, who would just sit there and observe. So much there to integrate. So our community is like that. And so giving everyone and all of these elements a space to shine and to be curious about is really what I love about what we do.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
It feels big to me.
It is.
You know what I mean? Like,
it is.
How could it be big? It's only Sonoma County.
But there's just a lot of layers and a lot of paths and adventure.
I think it's because we care, right? Anytime
Very much.
we care so much that it does feel like
we're very proud.
A big responsibility. It's like,
where do we start?
Yeah.
Where do we go?
Yeah. When you learn the word awe and awe-inspiring, that awe is like the bigness.
Yes.
Because you can see that something else is possible here. Yeah.
All the things.
And all the things.
All the things.
Yeah. I love that about working with you guys. Okay. Give me a little bit. I wish I was like one of those podcast hosts that has the 10 important questions not to miss.
And then we could come prepared.
Yeah.
That'd be
Tell
nice
me your
too.
favorite.
Yes. Tell me your favorite. But I do want to say, I want to ask you, what keeps you going? And if you can be a little bit vulnerable, tell me what terrifies you, and then what encourages you.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah, what keeps you going?
What keeps us going? Maybe this is too simple, but we don't have a choice.
You made up your mind?
We made up our mind. We both do this. It's not like one of us has I call it a real job. We all have real jobs, but I like to joke and say neither one of us has a real job with a paycheck and benefits and vacation and maternity, all the things. We don't have that. So we have and for me, that's just easy. I don't know how I'm wired. But then we have these little humans that watch us and look at us. And now we really are stuck. We don't have a choice. I guess it's not easy because this is not easy, but it's easy to just keep going and stay positive about it.
That's the definition of a commitment.
We're committed.
You've made a commitment.
Yeah.
And so then the no is not an option because yes is the option.
Right.
So I always think of it's yes and then you kind of go.
It's not just
so you're
yes
committed.
And
that's what keeps you going.
Yeah, that's what keeps us going. What terrifies me, I already mentioned mediocrity, quitting, all of that is failing. And that's not to say I don't. I do. And we need to be mediocre and take a break to chill out a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. But if I keep those things in the back of my mind that, yes, I can have a break and I can be mediocre on the couch and be a couch potato and do nothing, because that is self-care. You have to do that. But then the next day I'm back up and I'm going.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah.
It's fun for me.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think also, again, tying on to the fact that I am second generation and really making my father proud, or all those who I've grown up in the business watching, and I've seen a lot now pass away.
Sure.
And it's interesting just thinking of all my mentors on All Saints Day, which just happened. I was thinking of those who in the business who I've lost, and there's just so many of them. And I just thank all them, and I know they're watching overhead. I know that they're going to give me grace to do well and keep up what I've set out to do. So I think really that keeps me going. And of course, family, and Lindsey said, we have no choice. There is no secondary anything. There is what we have. There is working hard every day and then acquiring and serving clients. So that scares me, is of course maybe not getting a referral or things that don't go our way, and but we don't think about that, nor can you and anyone. And So we just motivate, and it's fun because we motivate each other, and we divide
do.
and conquer
Yeah.
continually.
It sounds like you have a spoken and unspoken agreement, right? The expectation has been set.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yes.
so now we're going to be intentional about following through on that
and growing.
and growing.
And really, there's so much
We've-
growth in this business. It's
We've
ridiculous.
both been because we've been doing it a long time. We've seen so many different changes in this industry. So when I say easy, it feels easy for us to go, okay, here we are. There's a change coming. We can feel it. We know what this is. And we're going to get ahead of it now and do something about it. We've just seen so much between the 41 years between us two that we can figure out how to keep going.
You have emotional intelligence. You have EQ and IQ around this, where you know.
And outside the box, you can't be an inside the box advisor these days, in my opinion. There's nothing inside the box in real estate. They're not a single thing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Very fun, very interesting. I love how much you show up, not just for each other and your clients, and also that level of expectation that you have. And with that, having worked with you, I also very much see, you mentioned the word grace. I also very much get to see, also experience you having grace for people. You are patient and always polite, and you're one of the best listeners. I feel like I could just call you and just talk to you.
Awesome.
You're really great.
That's
and
so
so your drive and your commitment to each other, but Ryan's very touching to hear the commitment that you have to the legacy.
I love that. I love that so much.
Yeah, the legacy of real estate and your craft. That this is not about transacting. It's about really serving and having that servant leadership mindset. So you guys have exemplified that, and it makes it really fun to work with you guys, because I know the bar is set and we'll have a lot of fun doing the work.
Yes.
But we know what we need to do. And
you are a part of that. Our team is a part of that and motivates us and helps us and guides us and gets us to the other end. This isn't just the Ryan and Lindsey show at all. There is a team of people we are proud to be with and to recognize.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you for that.
You
and also,
at the top.
Yeah, thank you for that. I think we could pick this all apart. I want the listener to know, it doesn't matter what business you are in or whether you are thinking about buying or selling real estate. These are just, I think when we talk to each other, we really are talking about principles. We're talking about how to be in life and how to apply ourselves to whatever it is that is the task at hand. But if you are thinking that you have an obstacle, or maybe the possibility of buying or selling a home or owning real estate, or thinking of real estate as a legacy move, not just as a home you live in, right? These are all really scary conversations potentially for people. And I always tell my girls when they're having a big conversation, the normal reaction is to be terrified.
The whole industry is terrified.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yes,
the
it's
normal
all
reaction.
terrifying.
Like when you think of your little kids going to the first day of school, that's being a little bit afraid is a normal feeling
for all of us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So our job is to clear that out, filter out what is real and what is maybe a little bit assumed or maybe a little bit made up, and then find a path.
Sad.
That's all we do.
Yeah, that is precisely what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. No biggie.
No biggie.
It's fine.
Thank you so much for the conversation. I could
you.
literally
Thank
talk
you,
to
Bianca.
you every day. I do get
It
to
would be
talk to you
really
every day,
fun.
but I would just love to talk to you. Yes. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you